With the holiday shopping season in full effect, now is the best time to pick up a premium robotic vacuum cleaner. In this video, I'll be partnering with Narwal to take a look at two of the most popular robotic vacuum cleaners which happen to be on mega sale for Black Friday. In this video, we'll be comparing the Narwal Freo X Ultra to the iRobot Combo 10 Max. Let's go ahead and get started. First up, we'll take a look at the vacuuming capabilities of both of these machines. I made a mess here on the floor with some instant grits, crushed up cereal, and coffee grounds to kind of test each of these and see which one could clean the mess up better. The single side brush on the iRobot machine was the main weakness here. It was too aggressive and spread debris out of reach, including some debris that went under the couch. It did utilize dirt sensing technology to recognize the heavy mess and go over it more than once, but that was negated by the overly aggressive side brush. I do like the fact that it went the opposite way on the second pass. Overall, the iRobot did a pretty good job, only leaving a little bit of the mess behind, which I did need to come back with a broom to get the rest of this up. The dual side brushes on the Freo X Ultra definitely came in handy here. These side brushes were definitely more gentle, intended to sweep the entire mess into the center of the machine into the main brush. This cleanup definitely didn't need a second pass, but just to be fair, I went on ahead and let it run its course on the second pass. There was no debris left behind for me to sweep up after the Narwal was finished. When it comes to sheer suction power, the Narwal Freo X Ultra definitely has the advantage with 8,200 pascal of suction power. That's compared to the iRobot's less than 5,000 pascal of suction power. I tested out the suction power of each device by spreading some coffee beans on top of my rug. The iRobot did a pretty good job here. It did recognize the heavy mess and went over it multiple times, which seemed to be more of a strategy for ensuring that the particles made it all the way into the bin, which kind of paid off here. The overly aggressive side brush did push some of the beans out of reach, and it ended up leaving those coffee beans behind. With the extra suction power, the Freo X Ultra was definitely able to get a deeper clean in most cases. This vacuum had zero problem picking up all of the coffee beans that were laid out here on the rug, and it didn't leave any behind. The Freo X Ultra has a certified zero hair tangling brush. The way this works is that it has its connection on one side while the other side floats. As the vacuum cleaner picks up the hair, it's able to push itself towards the end that floats, and then it is sucked up into the dustbin. The iRobot does a less impressive job with hair. As you can see here, it does get stuck in the brushes. These vacuum cleaners take totally different approaches when it comes to mopping. The iRobot machine has a simple static mop pad, and it does have a smart scrubbing mode which allows it to go back and forth, giving a little bit of agitation like with a traditional mop. In the first test, I spilled a little bit of milk here. The iRobot did a decent job picking up the milk on the first and only pass it made. However, being that this is basically just a flat dust cloth, I feel like this kind of spread the excess milk over the entire area. The Freo X Ultra uses dual rotating mop pads. Aside from having the better mop pad setup, this also comes with Freo Dirt Sense technology. It goes out, cleans up the mess, returns to the base station, cleans the mop pads. If it senses dirt, then it returns back to the area to remop. I think that's the main difference here. I feel like I'm really getting a true clean with the Freo X Ultra since it's going back and forth, cleaning the mop pad and then returning until the area is totally clean. Next up, we tested soy sauce on the tile. I'll let both of these do their best job cleaning up this mess. The iRobot initially spread out the soy sauce. It did use its camera to detect the mess and did go back over the spot a few times. It didn't, however, return to clean the mop pads, so it was kind of running back over the spot with a dirty mop pad. The wipe test here reveals that a good bit of the sauce was left behind. Once again, the Freo X Ultra here cleans up the mess and then returns to the base station to clean the mop pads before returning to remop anything that's left over. It did make 3 passes at the soy sauce before it determined that the area was completely clean. The wipe test reveals that there wasn't any soy sauce left behind. Both robot vacuums have an all-in-one station. The iRobot machine does have an auto-empty dustbin, but it is extremely noisy. first time this turned on, it definitely freaked out my pets, and it kind of sounded like a jet engine getting ready to take off. The Freo X Ultra, on the other hand, has a self-contained dust processing system that can hold dust for up to 7 weeks before having to be swapped out. This dustbin is also disposable, and it does come with an optional reusable dustbin as well. Being that this is a self-contained system, it is much quieter than the iRobot auto empty dustbin. The maintenance-free base station with the Freo X Ultra automatically washes and dries the mop pads, as well as automatically refilling the detergent and water into the mop. Both devices do a pretty decent job with obstacle avoidance, with the Freo X Ultra having the advantage here due to the triple laser system. This actually has sensors on the side of the machine, which allows it to get super close, actually hugging the edge of walls, furniture, and other obstacles like socks and shoes. The iRobot, on the other hand, does do a pretty good job of avoiding obstacles like socks and shoes. It does this using a sensor and camera, but doesn't get as close as the Freo X Ultra. In fact, it leaves quite a bit of surface area unclean. Overall, both vacuums here will get the job done. I feel like the Freo X Ultra is the better value, especially considering that it has better suction power, better dual rotating mop pads, a zero tangle brush, dirt sense technology, and better obstacle avoidance. Both of these units are on sale for Black Friday. You're going to be paying about $999 for the iRobot Combo 10 Max, or about $799, $200 less for the Narwal Freo X Ultra. There again, better features, better price. I think it's the overall better value, but I'll be sure to leave links in the description for both. That way you can make the decision that suits you and your needs best. That about wraps it up for this video. Thanks guys for watching. Be blessed. I'll see you in the next one.